It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. Today's headline: Buhari vows to make citizens smile. Jega faults leadership recruitment process. The news in full. Buhari vows to make citizens smile. Talk tough on budget, security. President Muhammadu Buhari has renewed the determination of his administration to uplift the quality of life of Nigerians through aggressive implementation of humane and gender-responsive budgets, as well as security measures to check criminal activities in the country. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that the president presented the 2022 appropriation bill for an aggregate expenditure of 16.39 trillion naira to the joint session of the National Assembly, NAS, on Thursday. The president described the 2022 appropriation, which was earlier approved for presentation to NAS, that is the National Assembly, by the Federal Executive Council, FEC, on October 6th as budget of economic growth and sustainability. According to him, the 2022 budget is also the first in the nation's history where ministries, departments, and agencies, MDA, were clearly advised on gender-responsive budgeting. Jega faults leadership recruitment process of Nigerian political parties. Nigeria's dominant elite pretend to be practicing a liberal democratic framework of governance for the country, but in reality are devoid of substance and without living up to expectations of its basic principles and tenets. Professor Atairu Jega, former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Jega said this is the maiden lecture of Kwara Visionaries Network for Rural Development held in Ilorin on Saturday at the University of Ilorin Auditorium with the theme Politics, Governance and Leadership Recruitment on 21st Century Democracy. He also said political parties created by the dominant elite, purportedly as the special purpose vehicles for leadership recruitment and fielding candidates for elections, as citizens elected representatives in the governance processes, have instead become special purpose vehicles for self-enrichment, obstruction of citizens' aspirations, and exploitative authoritarian control. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria reacts to killing of soldiers, burning down of palace, over 15 houses by military in Imo, others. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, URIWA, has advocated the impartial investigation of the persons responsible for the alleged killing of 2 soldiers and the subsequent invasion by armed military personnel and burning down of the palace of the traditional ruler of Izombe community in Oguta, local government area of Imo State. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria said it was absolutely unlawful for the military to use extra-legal execution on citizens, no matter what the level of perceived offense, just as the rights group said. It has emerged that it was the killing of a young man by soldiers that led to the revenge killing of the 2 soldiers, which in itself is barbaric and unlawful. The rights group is proposing the setting up of an independent judicial commission of inquiry by the Imo State government to identify the arsonists amongst the soldiers that petrol-bombed the palace of the traditional ruler, just as the rights group has called for justice and closure for all those killed, including the 2 soldiers reportedly set ablaze by some irate youth. 9 die in Isenyi, Oyo State road accident. 9 persons died in the auto crash, which occurred between Saturday and Sunday at Kara Market area of Ibadan, Isenyi. Public Education Officer of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Oyo State, Paul Okodua, confirmed the figure on Sunday. He told the news agency of Nigeria, that 25 persons were involved in the crash, which resulted from overspeeding by 2 commercial vehicles. Okodua also told the news agency Nigeria that those that died were 6 males and 3 females, while 9 males and 6 females sustained varying degrees of injuries. And the news analysis. President Muhammadu Buhari had actually says that he presented the 2022 appropriation bill for an aggregate expenditure of 16.39 trillion to the joint session of the National Assembly on Thursday, and the president actually hopes that the 2022 appropriation bill, which was recently approved for presentation by the National Assembly, and that it will actually bring about economic growth and sustainability. And according to him, says that the budget is also the first in the nation's history where the ministries, departments, and agencies were clearly advised on gender-responsive budgeting. Also, Professor Atayeru Jega, who happens to be the former chairman of INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, has actually said at the maiden lecture of Kwara Visionaries Network for Rural Development held in Ilorin on Saturday at the University of Ilorin, where he said that political parties are created by the elite, purportedly as the special purpose vehicles for leadership recruitment and fielding candidates for elections, as citizens elected in the governance processes, saying that what they are doing now is to become self-enriched and obstructing citizens their aspiration and exploiting them via their autocratic control, and saying that there is need for basic principles and tenets to actually come into the reality of the democratic framework of governance. Also, the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria has said that there is need to advocate for impartial investigation of the persons responsible for the killing of 2 soldiers and also a young boy that actually was killed by some soldiers as well, saying that this was after the subsequent invasion by the armed military personnel and burning down of the palace of the traditional ruler of Izumbi community in Oguta local government area of Imo State. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria has said that everyone involved in these killings have actually gone against the law, and therefore they are proposing to the Imo State government to set up an independent judicial commission of inquiry for them to identify the arsonists amongst the soldiers that petrol-bombed the palace, and also those that purportedly killed the 2 soldiers that were reported dead. Thanks for listening.